Lanes 1 to 8. OJ Edeburen from Great Britain. The 22-year-old lines up in lane number 7, but Kendall Williams of the USA, one of the fastest on paper in 5. So Simon Magagwi of South Africa, the former South African record holder at this event, 10.07 seconds this season, under 10 seconds at his best. That was 4 seasons ago. Taekwondo Tracy of Jamaica, the new Jamaican 100-metre champion. Closed down the US anchorman in the sprint relay last night. 10.07 seconds this season, that's the lifetime best. Yu Zhengzhu of China, 10.21 seconds. He lines up in lane number 3. Marvin René of France, third at the French Championships, replacing the late withdrawal, the injury to Jimmy Vico. Big opportunity here for him, starts in lane number 4. And then in lane 5, Kendall Williams of the USA, third at the US Championships, led off the winning US sprint relay team last night, 9.99 seconds this season. Lukas Jakulzik of Germany, lane number 6, 10.07 at his best. 33 years old now, experienced. And then a nice smile from OJ Edeburen of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. 5th at the UK Championships, 10.04 seconds. He's excited for this. He's looking forward to the opportunity and completing the lineup in 8. Oswelski of Poland, 10.21 seconds this season. 4 times the Polish indoor champion, over 60 meters. Should be.
Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please remember to subscribe, like and also comment. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for your support, thank you for your love. I hope you are all doing well today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a race that was over in just a few seconds but left people talking for hours? Isn't it amazing how 10 seconds on a track can create debates that last for days? Well, that is exactly what happened once again, as Jamaica and the United States renewed one of the greatest rivalries in track and field. So, who really had the better day? Was it all about speed, or was there something much bigger behind these results? So guys, I need you to watch this video until the end, then I'll come back with more comments. And full credit goes to the original creators of this video and the podcast. Thank you.
Well, it's a good start, it's a pretty even start as well. The Jamaican Tracy going well in lane number 2. Williams has got a bit of work to do here. Jamaica, USA. Oh, it's a photo finish between the familiar sprinting names of Jamaica and the United States. Tracy of Jamaica. Well, all the athletes, this is what we do. We look up at the big screen, we wait for a replay. 10.07 seconds is his lifetime best this year. So if it's confirmed, then it has been. The Jamaican gets the victory. 10.03 seconds, a personal best and 8 points for him. Kendall Williams 10.05. And Magagwi of South Africa picks up the bronze. It was the usual battle that we expect to love in men's sprinting. And once again, a Jamaican is in the #1 spot.
Well, the Jamaicans are really, one generation has come and virtually gone, but look, second to right there. Taekwondo Tracy gets a brilliant start, the 25-year-old, and this is running to a personal best. Brilliant battle with Magagwi of South Africa in the green on the far side, but he takes it marginally there from the charging Kendall Williams of the USA, who takes second place. Very, very tight at the finish, but 10.03 and maximum points for the Jamaicans.
Well, he did lead off the Jamaican team, which won their heat last year at the World Championships here in London. But of course, we know the ending and the DNF of the Jamaican team in the final race that included Usain Bolt. But there's your photo finish. I said it was hard to call, but Tracy grabs the victory from Williams by 2/100ths of a... 8 points for the Jamaican team, 10.03 PB and personal best. America, though, pick up more points with Kendall Williams. South Africa in third, and OJ Edinburgh.
The winner from yesterday, Tia Jones, will start in lane 2. The challenger, third or better, and she guarantees a slam, but that's a tall ask for somebody who hasn't run a quick 100 for quite a while. It's breezy, windy down there on the track. Will that help her? Will it slow the speedsters down? Next to her, Danielle Williams, 2-time world champion in the hurdles, can go fairly swift and ran actually a new personal best. It was windy, but a very swift 11.16. Akira Nugent, this, her hometown track, fresh from the World Indoor Championships where she took a bronze medal in her main event, 60 hurdles, and says she's ready to win this. This is hers to win. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, again, fairly swift, over 100 meters. A lot of them are around the sort of 11.2, 11.3 mark.
Yeah.
Masai Russell, perhaps a little slower though. Really disappointing from her yesterday when he finished 5th, the Olympic champion in the hurdles. Next to her, Denisha Cartwright. Came back from China, made a semi-final in those World Indoors. She's pretty swift as well, watch out for her. And then on the outside will be Amber Hughes, another who was representing the USA at the World Indoor Championships in the hurdles. So it says short hurdles, but no barriers, just the wind and your competitor here.
Yeah, man. Tia Jones yesterday was a surprise, but not a surprise. It's so competitive in the 100-meter hurdles that there's usually 5 or 6 competitors that really have a chance to win.
Next to her, and then away they get. Nugent gets a good start, so is Danielle Williams, and Tia Jones has been left a little bit at the moment. Also going well is Cartwright, but look at Williams. Williams is going to take this. Williams just gets the lead. 11.54, and Tia Jones was nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and almost stopped running at the end there. Nugent with 8 points in second place, but that's not going to be enough. It's going to be Danielle Williams, after running brilliantly yesterday, to take second place in the hurdles. She got out well, got a little advantage early on. Cartwright started very quickly as well.
So as I said before, hurdlers are usually used to being up by 3 steps. But Danielle Williams actually has a pretty good drive phase, keeping her head down for about 20 meters. And she's got a short torso, long legs. Was able to open up her stride. Nugent tried to close, was probably pretty surprised to see Williams accelerate past her in the middle of the race like that. High knees. She looks like a good 100-meter runner. She's got a good frame for it. You always like to see athletes with the short torso and the long legs. Nugent really grimacing, trying to get across the line, because of the huge surprise of seeing Danielle Williams out in front. But as you can see in the outside, jumping out of the blocks, was Cartwright, surprisingly.
Yeah, she just faded, didn't she, in the end, and Camacho Quinn came through really strongly, so she takes a third, and that's going to mean, as we said, that Williams will be the...
USA. Good crowd here, as usual, over 40,000. Getting a little bit warmer as the day has gone on. Temperatures in the 50s. And in lane 6, as promised, Team USA.
We see Brianna Nelson here as the leadoff leg. This is her first appearance at Penn Relays as an emerging elite. Last year she was here as part of Texas's winning team on the 4x4 at Penn Relays.
And right next to them in lane 7, as you would expect, Jamaica.
Interesting team here. Day, Hall, Leroy, and McPherson. Three of these young ladies were part of the 4x400 meters last year at the Commonwealth Games that brought home the gold medal. So Jamaica is contending in the 4x4 relay.
Take a look at the lane assignments. We saw Team USA in lane 6 and Jamaica in 7. For more on the two-time Olympic gold medalists who will be running the anchor leg for the USA women here in the 4x4, let's go on the field and check in with Carolyn.
Paul, in speaking with USA head coach Dennis Mitchell, it really becomes clear just how invaluable veteran leadership is to this team to guide the next generation of great runners who are starting to bloom. And he told me he's so confident in a leader like Dee Dee Trotter that he can literally say at practice, 4x4 girls, go over there, Dee Dee, and turn his back and know that she's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to motivate them. She's going to help the girls get comfortable in the system. And he said, you know, the same goes for Justin Gatlin with the 4x1. These veterans, Wallace Spearman among them, are with the young athletes all the way into the call room before a race when Mitchell isn't there. He told me he simply could not think of trading that kind of leadership.
Dee Dee Trotter is really an inspirational athlete, and I got to speak to her yesterday as well, and I've run with her for quite a few years. And she's rebranding herself and really running for the people for the next couple years. She's really excited about sharing her gift and her talent with the world in a way that's different than the way she's done it in the past.
What's the best thing about her as a runner that you notice, not only as a fan watching her, but you said that you've run with her and trained with her as well?
She is a very intense athlete. She's not going to give up. No matter what happens and what position she hands that stick off of, it's still going to be a race when Dee Dee Trotter gets that stick as the anchor leg.
And when you get to age 32, what sort of talents can you rely on at that point? As you, maybe the body not quite what it used to be, but hopefully the mind sharper than ever.
Well, you're smarter, and your work ethic is just as strong as it was when you were a young athlete, and that's where I think she has the advantage. She knows exactly what she needs to do to be successful at that level.
As a three-turn stagger, the first young lady in lanes all the way, the second young lady will run that turn in lanes and then break for the ball.
Nike women's 4x400 meters. Dee Dee Trotter will be running the anchor leg. USA, either red or the blue team, has won this event each of the last 15 years. Running the lead off for Team USA, Brianna Nelson. The youngest of the four running for Team USA, 22, an All-American at the University of Texas last year.
Christine Day from Jamaica is really putting in an outstanding run. We'll see if we can't get a split on her.
Christine Day, outstanding job for Jamaica. Hands off to Patricia Hall with Jamaica well in the lead.
Patricia's also 32 years old, so she's going to be running from a place of experience.
Patricia, 2006 All-American while running at the University of Tennessee. And running in the lead here in the second leg of the Nike women's 4x400 meters.
In second place from Canada, that's Fawn Dorr. She was an All-American while at Penn State in the 400-meter hurdles. She's been here many times as a collegiate athlete running that 4x4 relay.
Jamaica in first, Canada in second, and Team USA in third.
Well, that's little Shapri Romero, formerly from the University of Arizona. She didn't even know if she'd run competitively in college till Fred Harvey got his hands on her. She turned out to be an outstanding college runner. Excellent second leg for Shapri Romero from the USA team.
Anastasia Leroy from Jamaica, age 27, in the lead. And Janelle Hayes just behind for Team USA. Canada has slipped back to third place.
Well, Jamaica has a lot of experience. The ages of these athletes, 28, 32, 27, you know, when you're around that long, you run in a lot of races, so they certainly are the more experienced bunch out there.
So for Jamaica, Stephanie Ann McPherson running the final leg, starts out in the lead, just ahead, comfortably ahead of Dee Dee Trotter.
Dee Dee Trotter for the U.S.
Keep an eye on Dee Dee Trotter's last 200 meters. Dee Dee tends to chill at the beginning of the race, but really build at the end, and nobody closes like Dee Dee. Dee Dee can close on the best of them, like Sanya Richards-Ross and Francina McCrory. Just watch her tempo and watch her rhythm as she comes down the home stretch.
Stephanie Ann McPherson holding on to the lead right now for Jamaica. See what Dee Dee Trotter can do coming down the home stretch.
Didi said her training's been going well, and she's looking to put down a good race here.
Too much of a lead for Jamaica, though. Stephanie Ann McPherson cruises. Jamaica cruises to the win.
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have just watched that full video. You know, someone once said pressure doesn't build character, it reveals it. Doesn't that sound true in sports? When those athletes walked into the track, nobody could hide. There were no excuses, no second chance, just one opportunity to prove themselves. And isn't life like that sometimes? You prepare for months, maybe years, and then everything depends on a single moment. The men's in 100 meters gave us exactly the kind of drama fans dream about. The gun went off, and everyone exploded from the block. For a moment, it looked too easy, too close to call. Then Jamaican's Javan Tracy found another gear. Where did that extra speed come from? Was it confidence, better preparation, or simply the heart of champion refusing to lose? He crossed the finish line first in person best of 10.03 seconds, just ahead of Kendall Williams from the United States. 200ths of a second. Can you believe that? That is less time than it takes to blink. Isn't it funny how people says it's only 200ths of seconds, as if that's a long time? Tell that to the athlete who trained every morning before sunrise. Tell that to the coaches who spend months correcting tiny mistakes. Sometimes the smallest number creates the biggest celebration. Then came the women's 100 meters, and Danielle Williams reminded everyone why you should never underestimate an athlete. Haven't we learned that lesson already? Every time people start counting someone out, they came back stronger. Danielle's acceleration looked smooth, controlled and powerful. She was not running with panic. She was not running with she was not running with panic. She was running with confidence. Isn't confidence one of the fastest thing an athlete can wear? There is an old saying that makes me smile. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. But what happens when talent works just as hard? That is when champions are born. Danielle showed exactly that. She stayed relaxed while others seemed to force every stride, and before long she had everyone chasing her instead of the other way around. Now let's talk about the women's 4x400 meters relay. Isn't a relay one of the best examples of trust? Think about it. You are literally placing the race into someone else's hands with a button. If one runner makes a mistake, the entire team pays the price. That is why relay races aren't just about speed. They are about teamwork, communication, and believing in each other. Jamaica looked like a team that had done its homework. Every baton exchange was smooth. Every runner knew exactly what to do. And every leg seemed connected to the next. The United States fought hard, but Jamaican looked more organized from start to finish. Doesn't preparation often defeat panic? As the saying goes, success is where preparation meets opportunity. The conversation also turned to leadership. Why do experienced athletes matter so much? Because young talents needs guidance. Every champion was once beginner. Every legend once asked a question. That is why veterans are so valuable. They don't just run races; they pass on knowledge, confidence, and belief to the next generation. Think about Jamaican sprinting tradition. One generation inspired the next. Isn't that how greatness services? Not sorry for my survives. It's like planting a mango tree. The person who plants it may never enjoy all the fruit, but future generations certainly will. Great sporting culture grows the same way. The discussion became even more interesting when the science behind sprinting was explained. Have you ever wondered why coaches pay so much attention to the first few steps? Why do they keep talking about body angles and the drive phase? Because races aren't usually won at full speed, they are won by how efficiently athletes reach full speed. Every moment matters. Every push against the track matters. Every fraction of a second matters. That reminds me of something we see in everyday life. Imagine trying to ride a bicycle. If your first push is weak, you will struggle to build momentum. But if you push hard from the beginning, everything becomes easy. Sprint follows as a similar principle. A stronger start creates opportunity that are difficult for others to recover from. This rivalry between Jamaica and the United States keeps giving fans unforgettable moments. Some days Americans win, another days Jamaicans celebrate. Isn't that what makes sports exciting? If you already know the winner before the race started, will you even bother to watch or will you even bother watching the races? There is another quote worth remembering. Iron sharpens iron. These two nations continue pushing each other to the greater heights. Every meeting raises the standards, not just for themselves, but for the entire world of athletic competition doesn't always create enemies. Sometimes it creates excellence. So, what impressed you the most? Was it Javan Tracy's thrilling finish, Daniels Williams' confidence, Jamaican's incredible relay teamwork, or was it the reminder that behind every medal are years of sacrifice, discipline, and determination? At the end of the day, these races were about much more than winning. They were about believing in yourself, trusting your team, and proving that preparation always has a chance against pressure, and maybe that is the biggest lesson of all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget please to subscribe the channel and like the video and share your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, stay positive, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Full credit goes to the original creators of this video and the podcast. Thank you.